Yo, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another Minnesota Twins game review. A great game in the books. We got the win in extra innings, and it was freaking on the West Coast, so it didn't get over until about 12:30 again last night. I ended up actually falling asleep, but I watched when we scored, and that was about it. I was so tired last night, but anyways, it was a great game. I mean, we came back, we fought hard, and we found a way to win. That's what matters, correct? So we ended up winning 4-3 in 12 innings, and that was it. I mean, there was very little scoring, little excitement, but okay, so it depends what kind of person you are, I guess. Little excitement if you want just home run after home run after home run, It was more of a pitcher's duel, and realistically, our pitcher, Kyle Gibson, didn't do great, but we found a way to win. We beat Mike Fiers, right? That's the point, is because Mike Fiers, really good pitcher this year, and we beat him. Or at least we took it into extra innings and got far enough into the game where we didn't have to face him anymore. But really, it was a really good game. So let's go through it. The box score. They scored 3 runs in the second inning. That was it. That was it. That's all the runs they scored. That's all the runs they needed. But we came back. In the 6th, we put up 1. In the 7th, we put up 1. In the 8th, we put up 1. And then we tied. Well, obviously, we tied the game. And then in the 12th inning, we put another one up. And I was very scared this game was going to go 17, 18 innings again. Because, yes, we do, the 4th of July weekend. Happy 4th of July, by the way. But the 4th of July and All-Star games, or All-Star weekend, is coming up in, three games. So, or 4 games if you count today's. So really, that wouldn't have affected us too bad because, we could have used all our pitchers and then gone into the All-Star break. But obviously, you never want to do that, especially when you've done it twice. So to get it in 12 is good. Keep that number to a minimum. Blake Parker ended up getting the win, his first win of the season. Trinan got the loss, and we'll talk about that a little bit later with those two guys. Rogers got the save. Like I said, I fell asleep right after Buxton scored in the 12th inning. I was like, okay, I hope we win, and then I'm going to sleep. So let's talk about the pitching, though. Like I said, a really great job by pretty much everyone. Gibson, he did struggle. I mean, I don't know what's going on with our pitchers, our starting pitchers. Like in April and May, these guys were locked down, and now they're not bad, right? They're getting us innings, right? I mean, like I said, Gibson got us 6 innings, gave up 3 runs. 2 of them were earned. I think Crone made an error, and Scope made an error. There was a couple of problems there. But that was in the 2nd inning that allowed them to score their runs, obviously, because they only scored in 1 inning. He gave up 5 hits, struck out 5, walked 4. His walks were a problem tonight. And I don't know what the real deal is. I mean, like I said, they were so locked down in the last couple of months. Now they're getting us through, which is fine. That's what a pitcher needs to do. Give it to the bullpen. But a lot of it is also on our offense, right? I mean, we scored 6 runs yesterday, but they all came late after our starting pitcher had already given up some runs. Our bullpen had given up a run. Today we only scored 4, 3 of them in the first 9 innings. The other day, we've just not been scoring, especially with like Gibson, Barrios, them out there. Talked about like the 2-0 losses with Barrios and stuff, but I don't know. It just doesn't seem like our offense can get going right away, and then when we do, it just rolls out. You know what I'm saying? So, like, again, we didn't do bad in this game. We worked back in. That was important, and we found a way to win. Again, we didn't score first. We didn't score 6 runs, but we found a way to win. That's the most important one. And Gibson, he did fine, right? He got us through the 6th inning. That's what we needed, and he did that. And besides that 1 inning, right, with the 3 runs, he was good. 0s the rest of the way. So it's just we got to find a way to cut down on 1 big inning. The home run, the grand slam yesterday with Odorizzi. Cut that down. It's we won 6-4. It's a 6-4 game, hypothetically, right? If we cut down the 3 runs here, 2 of them being earned, so cut down the errors maybe, we win the game easily in 9 innings. I don't know. Oakland's a good team, though, and we've fought hard. So hopefully we can get the rubber match today. We avoided losing 3 in a row again. 86 games into the season. Today, July 4th, is the 86th game of the season, which means we will at least go 88 games into the season without losing 3 in a row, which is absolutely crazy. Continuing on, Littell came in, pitched an inning, 1 hit, 1 strikeout, 1 walk. Good for him. Harper came in, 1 inning, and 2 strikeouts. Duffy with 1 inning, no strikeouts, no hits, no nothing. Parker came in, and this was really good. He came in the top of the 10th, and he walked the first 2 guys, then shut them down. That was great. Parker really struggled in that first time through that he came out, and he got out of it. That was impressive. He did give up, what did he give up? 1 hit, and that hit was a hanging, whatever it's called, that split finger. It just hung, and I'm glad that it was only a single. We got out of that inning, struck out 3 in his 6 batters or 6 outs that he got, but he got out of it. That was really impressive in my opinion. Yes, he did not pitch the greatest, but he got out of it, and that's what makes it more important, more meaningful to me. Also, he pitched 2 innings, right? We talked about this when Baldelli had to put Gibson out there in that 18-inning game versus the Rays because we didn't have pitching, because all he did was put them out there for 1 inning. Well, obviously, Gibson went 6, Littell went 7, Harper went 8, Duffy went 9. So yeah, you did use 3 guys before Parker, but Parker was able to go 2, and then we got the lead. So Rogers was able to go out there and shut it down in the 9th inning. He did give up a hit, but he struck out 2 in his last inning of work. So that was really good. So that's all I could tell you about that. Let's go look at the plays, because I want to tell you how they scored. So let's go to the 2nd inning. We had a chance in the 1st inning, or I am wrong. Let's go to the 2nd inning. It was a 1-2-3 2nd inning for us. In the 2nd inning for them, they had Chris Davis reach on a fielding error or throwing error by C.J. Cron. That was a tough play. He had to go to his right side and just overthrew Gibson. Then Kahana walked, so runners on 1st and 2nd, and that guy hit a home run. So, that just tells you how much walks and errors can hurt you. And then Grossman walked after that. They finally got the last 2 outs, but 3-0. It's like, well, okay, we got to start the comeback. And then we did in the 6th inning. What did we do? We got single by Scope, pop out by Buxton, single by Kepler, single by Garver, and that scored Scope. So that means we were cutting the lead in 3-1. In the 7th inning, we came back, single by Arias, pop out by Sano, Adrianza singles. Arias goes to 2nd, but then this is what's crazy, is the Twins. It was a ground out by Adrianza, right? No, who was it? Jonathan Scope. Jonathan Scope grounded out. It was a flip to 2nd base. Adrianza was out, but the guy took his foot off the base, so he was safe. Then there was an overthrow, so Arias scored from 3rd base. Everybody moved up. That was great. That's how we scored that 2nd run. We got back into it, but then the Twins decided to do a suicide squeeze. That was the dumbest thing I have ever seen the Twins do. Here's my opinion. I want to know your guys' opinion. Let me know if you're still watching at this point, because this I really want to have a discussion about in the comments. So when the Twins tried to suicide squeeze, I think it was the dumbest thing ever, because you had runners on 2nd and 3rd base with 1 out. Byron Buxton at the plate. Byron Buxton, he's been good, right? Obviously, since coming back, his bat hasn't been the same, but for the rest of the year, he's been good. And he tries to lay down a bunt, misses it. Adrianza gets thrown out or tagged out. Scope advances to 3rd, but now there's 2 outs. If Buxton lays it down, obviously it's a good call, but if he doesn't, then you run into this situation. A sac fly scores a run. A single likely scores 2 runs. I don't agree with that call. And why did they do it? I don't know, but a single would score 2. We would have the lead, and who knows what would have happened then, but we only were able to score 1 run. It wasn't even on the challenge. It was because Arias scored. I don't know, but I want to know your opinion. I think it was a dumb call. A single or a sacrifice fly would have done better. I don't like the call, but what can you do? I want to know what your opinion is. And then Jorge Polanco did hit a home run in the 8th inning. Let's go to the 12th inning, get things started here. Jonathan Scope struck out, and I was like, all right, here we go. But then Byron Buxton walked. He was very productive. It was great because he didn't try to take off. It allowed Kepler to get a walk as well, 1st and 2nd, and then Mitch Garver singled. Byron Buxton flew around and flew around 3rd and scored. That was great. So let's go to the box score. I'll give you these runs quick. So Kepler 1 for 5 in that leadoff position. Garver 2 for 6. Not bad for him today, 333. His average and his OPS have gone down, but what can you expect? He was the hero tonight. Went 2 for 6, as I mentioned, with 2 RBIs. Polanco went 1 for 5 with his home run. Chrome went 0 for 5. Arise went 3 for 5. What a freaking beast he is. Scored a run. Sano 1 for 5. Adrianzo 1 for 5. Scope 1 for 5 with a run. And Buxton 0 for 4, but had a big walk, which came around to score the winning run. So he even had a productive day, and he scored the run, like I said. So that's it for the video today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. But yeah, I want to know what you guys think about that sacrifice bunt, or whatever it was called, the suicide squeeze. I want to know your opinion. Trinan sucked, by the way. He gave up those walks in the 12th inning, and that's what allowed us to win. So I don't know. Trinan was the best of the best last year. Now, I don't know. Coming back off a rehab assignment, but what can you do? We got the win. That's what's most important. Let's go get the series, and Cleveland hopefully can lose to Kansas City, because we're only 7 games up now, I think. No, we're 8 still. We're 8 still because we won yesterday. So that's all I got for you today. Make sure to come back tomorrow, and we'll see you later. Oh, click the video up here if you missed yesterday's video, but that's all I got. Subscribe, like, and we'll see you later.